Hey guys, I am Lana. This is from Corporate to Crystals, back for video number 5 of the series, Things I Wish Someone Would Have Told Me About the Twin Flame Journey. So today, I actually had a few of you submit, this topic, I would say. But basically, I think the best way to categorize this one is like separation pain. Um, I know everyone on spiritual paths go through dark nights of the soul, so I'm going to call this separation pain because this is like, I've had a bunch of dark nights of the soul, and I'm sure you guys have too. The first separation from your twin, that is a dark night of the soul. And actually for me, the last one, probably the last one for you guys too, if you've had to let go of your twin, like that last one created a huge dark night of the soul as well. But we're going to talk about the dark night of the soul triggered by like separating from your twin. I am going to read from Dee. Thank you, Dee, for giving me permission to say this as well as for submitting this. She gave me her story, which is like, I feel so honored to hear your stories when you guys tell it to me. But I took a couple sentences from her story that I thought were really powerful. And so I want to read those for you guys right now. So Dee's submission about her dark night of the soul, or the initial pull away with her twin. She says, I cried so hard and so badly for hours and hours that I thought I might have to go to the hospital and check myself in. If someone would have told me, you'll be in so much pain you'll think you need to be hospitalized, but just write it out and you'll be all right. You will come out of it with strength you never thought you had in you. That would have been advice I'd like to take. So first of all, shout out to Dee for saying that. And then also, that resonated for me. I don't know about you guys, but 3 different people that I have spoken to from this channel, other than Dee, so 4 total, have talked about being hospitalized on this journey. And so I really want to like honor that. Like that is the level of pain and agony we're talking about. Okay. And that's why I think it's so disheartening for twins to get help, because we're not talking about just like a casual breakup. We're not talking about like, this is a big deal. Like for my initial dark night of the soul, or the initial pull away for my separation, I lost 12 pounds of my body weight, which, as a girl, I was like, this is kind of nice, but it's not healthy. And I know that. So I had to like reality check myself on that. But when I really think about what that was, it's exactly what Dee said. I am so good about like getting my stuff done, going to the gym, taking care of myself. And in that initial separation or pull away, it was as if my physical body was in so much pain and agony that I could not possibly think of anything else. I had no energy for anything else. I remember canceling meetings at work. I remember not going to the gym. I remember the only thing I really had energy to do was like go for a walk around my neighborhood and cry, like hyperventilate, cry all over my house, not just in one spot. And I almost feel lucky that I didn't have fear of needing hospitalization. But I totally understand why people would feel that way. It is a physical pain and agony that like, it's almost like I went to the deepest place in me and cried out the deepest cry I've ever cried. And it just never stopped really. But yeah, it was an entire physical, emotional, spiritual experience that you couldn't turn off. It was all consuming, and the pain was not just like heartbreak. It was an entire experience of like very deep, purging of whatever kind, emotional, spiritual, energetic, whatever it was crazy. And I thought Dee's submission really encapsulated that well. I've heard from multiple of you about ending up in the hospital from this journey because you didn't know what was going on. you didn't understand that you were on this journey. You didn't understand what was happening to your body, and you didn't know how to get help. So you go to the normal, medical route and seek for help. And if you go to medical professionals right now, they might know absolutely nothing about spirituality or energy, or for sure the twin flame journey is my guess, right? And so I have heard from so many of you how much money and time and energy you spent on the process of trying to feel better through our traditional medical routes, and how it didn't work. Pardon me. It didn't work, or it wasn't working. So I want to acknowledge that, because this is a consistent theme that you guys keep telling me, and the pain that I felt, I fully understand. I fully understand how this could end up in like hospitalization. Like I've said before, how just mentally I was not in a good place. To where even that, like I had my family regularly like checking in to make sure I wasn't missing anything, right? So I thought that this was an important point, because this is the type of pain and agony we're talking about. And I know that I have never experienced, I've been through some breakups, and I've never in my life experienced a breakup like this. This was, even when your mind logically understands why you're walking away or why they're leaving or that this is over, it's almost like every part of your being is dying, literally dying, and you have no idea how to solve it. You have no energy to solve it. I know a lot of us like could barely eat. A lot of us could, the intense crying Dee described is like how I purge out all my stuff. So yeah, I became an entirely different person after that initial dark night of the soul. And I remember thinking to myself, this is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. I have no clue how to solve this. And the only way to get through this is through it. And so I think Dee's, statement at the end of just write it out and you'll be all right. You're going to come out of it with strength you never thought you had in you. What a beautiful way to end this topic, because that's exactly how I know a lot of us feel. When you're going through it and when the energy is like literally purging things out of you, you have no clue what's going on. You have no clue how to get help, how to make yourself feel better, and you don't have the energy to even like do that sometimes, right? So just know, if that's where you're at right now, or if you go back into another dark night of the soul or whatever, anytime you're purging things out on this journey, just write it out. Just ride the energy out, wake up the next day and see how you're feeling. And like Dee said, by some portion of your journey, multiple times throughout your journey, you're going to see the strength that you have accumulated from these experiences. It is beautiful, but it's also incredibly painful. That strength comes from the deepest of healing. So I think that's a good place to leave this. Dee, thank you for your submission. And yeah, if anyone is going through this right now, I'm sending you tons of love. And I hope this video helps people understand what it feels like in a micro way to go into twin flame separation. The pain is real. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys out there. Bye.